Okay, so this is 2013 KTM Duke 690, and when it would get, and these things run freaking hot as hell. Basically, they don't like traffic. You want to be moving. And a few weeks ago, I got stuck in traffic, and it has a fan, and the fan should kick on when it seems like it's about to boil over. But it got in the upper end of its temperature range, and it started spilling coolant out, but not from, and it's disassembled now. I should have started the video earlier, but it wasn't dumping coolant out of the overflow tube. It was like with all the gas tank and all the shrouds and everything, it was just falling somewhere up in there, just leaking down on all this stuff. To disassemble, this is my first time taking this bike apart. I don't have much experience with stuff newer than this. I grew up with dirt bikes and stuff, and I've got an old '86 Honda that I've redone. But to get the gas tank off, luckily KTM did a good job of making everything pretty quick and easy to disconnect. I have no idea what that's for, but it's some sort of electrical hookup that unplugs easily. These two hoses go to something, and that right there is fuel line. And on the gas tank side, there's like it's basically a check valve, and you push a button, boom, and it unplugs like a quick connect. It's pretty nice. But what I have figured out is that this is the reservoir, obviously, and it sits in there like that, almost just like that. That hose on top is the overflow, and it loops around and comes down behind the radiator over there. But this, the bottom line, obviously, is what feeds the overflow back into the radiator. And let me see if I can make this thing focus on what's happened here. See that right there? And that's where the leak was coming from. But as I look over these hoses, and there's no braiding inside these hoses. If I can make it, there we go. See, there's no braid. It's just a solid rubber hose. So everywhere that it rubs, see, there's a mark right there. Everywhere that it rubs up against something, there's, see, a little. Come on, camera. Just can't see it there. Everywhere that this hose rubs up against something, that obviously this bike, I don't know if you're familiar, but it's a single cylinder. Runs great, but it, ouch, there's a bug. It runs great, but it vibrates like crazy. So everywhere that these cheap little hoses are on this thing, everywhere it rubs up against, it puts a big old gouge in the rubber line, and eventually gave me a leak. So yeah, I will be, luckily it's not an expensive fix. I'll just get some better quality hoses, and maybe try to wrap everywhere where it comes in contact with something. But I don't see a lot. The reason I'm putting this on YouTube is, and I excuse the video quality, but I don't see many YouTube videos with this KTM 690. So as I fix, and I try to do all the work myself, if I have the tools, I'll do it. But nevertheless, so if you have any more questions, or if you have suggestions, if you've got some insight for me, that would be nice. Just drop them in the comments. Thanks, folks.